Hello friends, this is Janice and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm doing my month 1 review. And in that review, I'm going to take a look at what I wrote down when I wanted to start this weight loss journey as the things that I wanted to focus on and make sure I do so I can be successful. So I started out with a picture or my goal picture of where I wanted to be. And you guys have heard me talk about that I wanted to get back down to my wedding weight. Here's a picture of me on my wedding day. I weighed roughly 185 pounds. And so when I started at 235 at the beginning of the month, I've got 50 pounds to lose. And so I wanted to have a real clear plan where I thought things out. So today I'll walk you through the plan and the notes that I made at the beginning of April. And then I'll make new notes for the end of April around the things that I felt like I did well and the areas that I needed to improve. I'm also going to show you my weigh-ins for the week. I haven't forgotten that, so you can see how I did this week along my journey. And remember to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. So let's get into the video. All right. So guys, like I said, what I'm trying to do is once a month, just spend, 15-20 minutes just writing and documenting down what my plan is and reviewing what I put down at the beginning of the month for my plan. What I'm showing you is a free ebook that I have linked down below in the description box that talks about like my approach to picture journaling and then creating a plan to support my weight loss goals. Like I said, it's free to you. It's down in the description box if you want to download it and make your own copies. So I'm going to get into my plan and my review of my first month's results. So I put down to start April 3rd, which is when I started officially trying to lose weight. My goal was to lose 50 pounds and get down to my my wedding weight, which is 185 pounds. And here is the photo. I'm not sure which way to show it. Here's the photo of myself when I was married on my wedding day. All right, so let's get into reviewing what I put down the previous month and then put down new comments for this month and the things that I'm going to focus on. When I looked at my goal picture, one of the things that I noticed in comparison to how I am now is that I did have smaller arms and of course a smaller waist, which most of us do. And then also like in my wedding picture, my collarbone was really visible. And so I like that look. And so I want to focus on getting better there. What I was satisfied with at the time, because you always want to think about positives, I was satisfied with how my calves and the physical stamina that I have. And so when I think back on today, what I'm satisfied with, I'm still feeling good that I've improved my stamina this month. And when I think about my overall weight loss, my waist is 3 inches smaller. And my arms are 1 inch smaller. Let's see if I can squeeze this in here. All right. All right, so the next question I asked myself back then was what I wanted to improve. Of course, the stomach, lower abs area, and my thighs. And today, that's still the same as the area that I want to improve. The next area was, what areas of your healthy living journey do you need to activate to achieve your goal? And so at that point, I had put down, I wanted to focus on meal planning and also portion control. What I want to do this month is I want to attack my stomach more. And that means to make sure that I'm getting fuel instead of fat. And so I'm going to increase my vegetable intake. Like I said, to get more fuel without the fat. So that's my plan in regards to what I need to activate. Now, the next question is, what method of nutrition will you follow, and do you need to research it? As far as my nutrition is concerned, I'll be doing the same thing, which is low carbs, low sodium, low sugar. But I did make a change this time. I wanted to get my health and wellness certification, so I'm studying for that now. And so I want to use the knowledge that I gained from studying health and wellness. So I'll be using that knowledge to help me figure out what's the best way to approach my nutrition. The next one was, how will you exercise, and when will you exercise, and do you need a coach or support? I'm pretty self-sufficient around exercising. You know, I've been doing it a while, and so I really don't need a coach support. I'm pretty motivated around getting out there and getting it done, so I'm pretty good there. But I want to go from where I had down at least 5 times or more per week. I actually did really good. I exercised every day practically. I did take a couple days off at the first of this month. And I got lazy. So no more than 2 days off at a time for anybody. I recommend that. Because when I went back to it, I did really feel like I had to really push myself to get my stamina back to where I was comfortable and at the pace of exercise that I was doing. So what I want to do is just make sure that there's no days off. So I'm going to daily at least 30 minutes. I exercise longer than that, but that way I put that goal in there that says like I never take a day off. I don't care if it's nothing but going for a walk. That's some of the things that I want to make sure I'm doing. All right. The next question is about temptations and things that you need to overcome. For me, it's not so much the chocolates and stuff. I wanted to make sure back at the top of April that I wasn't going off plan on the weekends, and it still is the same problem for me on Sundays in particular, and I'll talk a little bit more about that in a minute. But eating under stress is another thing. It's just making sure that I'm not reaching and grabbing to calm myself from a stress perspective. And then also snacking at night, not waking up with like food or drinks or something on your nightstand. And it's one of those things that I'm trying to make sure I do is like not have snacks at night. So I'll continue with those things as well. But I'm going to write down on today, which is I'm going to make sure Sundays. I track food on Sundays. And the reason I put this down is I generally don't track during the week. I have a pretty good handle on like portion control and sizing and how many calories I'm taking in general for foods. But Sundays is the day that I tend to make larger meals for the family. And I found myself getting a little off track on Sundays. And so I want to make sure that I am preparing myself and focusing on how I handle Sundays. The next question is, how are you going to remain in control and manage for temptations? And back then I put down just stop before I grab and think of alternatives, and then using daily prayer. I'm going to expand on that at this time. And I'm going to talk about, yes, daily prayer. But what I've been doing or trying to make sure that I'm doing is every morning, I'm taking time for devotion and journaling. And what I do is I spend time reflecting on the things that I have going on for the day and the things that I need to focus on. All right, let's get to the next page. The last page is, what will you do if you get off track? So what I put down there was spend time figuring out what happened. When I am putting notes in for this month, what I want to do is I really want to identify the cause. So determine cause. And then I want to spend time journaling the trigger and my feelings around it. Because generally that happens when I am stressed or overly excited. So I want to spend time analyzing like what caused me to go down that path. My next question is, what will you do to reset and get back on track? So I had on here, pray over it, move on with positive action. And it's the same. It's, for me, it is still pray over it. And then I want to make sure, like I said before, journal the solution or alternative. All right. And then the next question is the good stuff. Is like, what are my milestones? So I put down phase 1 was 219 pounds. So I'm still on track for that. I'm hoping I can accomplish that goal in the next 2 weeks. But for me, I'm also, like I said, I'm highlighting the Sunday issue. So a milestone for me now is to stay on track on Sundays. Okay. All right, and then the very last question is how I will celebrate when I achieve small milestones. So at the time was just to use the 219 pounds, which is to buy the sandals. If I'm able to stay on track on Sundays, I really don't know what other goal or treat I would give myself. I may, I'm not sure. I may take me a long ride, but probably I'll just go purchase something. So I'll just put down, purchase a want that I'll figure out at that point in time. It may be something for the house, so which is kind of like what I've been doing a lot of lately. But that's my plan for this month. Like I said, it's good to take time, step back, and just really diagnose like what was going on in your month. For my book, I actually copied 3 of the pages a couple of times, which is to create the plan pages, because as I'm journaling, I didn't want to lose sight of it. And so I did a couple additional copies in my booklet. I did want to hit on the final steps of the ebook. Some of the things I put down that I've tried to make sure I've done is like, do this check-in. I had on here weekly. If you're not doing it weekly, like I said, at least do it once a month. And then note your changes, review your plan, you know, answer questions to yourself, check to see how you're doing. And then involve your family. That's one of the biggest things that I've seen that makes the real difference, is if you can get your family, folks that are closest to you, involved, because innocently they can be your biggest derailers to your success. So like, share what your goal is, share your plan with them, you know, ask them to help give you insights as well as to what they see which you can improve, and so that it becomes a team activity as opposed to a you activity if you have some support available. And then the last piece is just manage expectations. Like I said, I need to lose 50 pounds, managing the expectations. So don't get too high on yourself because you lost 3 this week, and don't get too low on yourself because you gain a half a pound the next week. And realize that it's just a journey. So manage your thoughts and emotion and just continue to move forward. So I hope this helps, guys, in regards to, you know, how to work on planning out your weight loss journey. All right, guys, as promised, here are my week 5 weigh-ins. On Saturday, my final from week 4, I was 227.3 with 46.8% body fat.
Okay, today I am 229.2 with 46.8% body fat.
And for my Wednesday weigh-in, I'm 228.7 with 46.9% body fat.
Okay, today I'm weighing 226.8 with 46.8% body fat.
So that's my month 1 review. As I mentioned in the beginning, my goal was to lose 50 pounds. In phase 1, I wanted to get down to 219 pounds. So far, I've lost, after 5 weeks, a total of 9 pounds. So in phase 1, I've got 7 more pounds to lose to reach that 219 goal. And for my overall goal, I have another 41 pounds to go. So I'm feeling pretty good about my first month, first 5 weeks. And I hope to continue to make traction going forward. For month 2, these are the things that I'm going to continue to do. I'm going to continue to work on portion control and make sure I'm managing that. I'm going to continue to exercise, and my goal is to go daily and do exercise, so at least 30 minutes per day, either walking the treadmill, riding a bike, or just doing a full workout. But no days off is kind of like what I really want to focus on. And then also I want to make sure that I'm increasing the intake of vegetables that I need. I want to get more carbs from vegetables, which will help give me more energy and help keep my body firing as it should. So the things that I want to improve and where I got off track that I really need to focus is on the weekends. Particularly Sunday has been my pattern of where I've really seen significant changes in how I am behaving towards food and different things that are in my environment as well. And so I want to concentrate on what I'm doing on Sunday. It's mostly about food and how much food I'm eating. Like, that's that day we really spend more time as a family, and there's different things that we're doing as a family. And I have a tendency to fix a bigger meal on Sunday for the family. And so with that bigger meal, I have a tendency to eat larger portions, or I'm just eating more of some of the sweet stuff, sugary stuff, things that I should not be, that I'm trying to eliminate from my diet. So one of my plan is for Sundays is to track. I generally don't track meals during the week, but Sunday I feel like I need to track. So I know my calorie limit, I know what I need to be eating, and I know exactly how much sugar and sodium that I need to be taking in. And so I'm going to track and meal plan what I'm going to eat on Sunday. I'm continue to fix the meals for my family where they feel good and we all feel happy, but really focus on tracking on Sunday. And I think that will really help me be able to make a difference this month. So you guys pray for me and hope I stay on track on Sundays. So that's the end of my video. I thank you guys for spending time with me. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. And you guys have a blessed day.